What's good, man? It's your player partner Packboy Dolo checking in with another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show. You dig? We got it going in the right direction, and you already know what I'ma say. Shout out to my people out there, man. I'm sipping apple cider. We got the world in our hand, and it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good show, man. But first and foremost, you already know that the show is brought to you by the Treeway Winterwear Collection, man. Make sure you cop the drip, browse the drip. The link is in the description. You dig? Also, the Pretty Much Understanding dropped almost a year. Christmas this year will make 1 full year that my first ever book has been out. It's actually a booklet, pretty much, because it's small. But I tell you what, it's straight to the point. It's practically written, and you can benefit today, tomorrow, as soon as you read it, as soon as you apply. As soon as you apply, you'll see results. You see what I'm saying? And you can take the book and go ask somebody else who know a little something, and they'll say, yo, he's not lying. He's telling the truth. You should do what the book is saying. Make sure you fuck with that, man. Tonight we got a good show, and we're talking about failure. We're talking about how failure is not an option. And not meaning how back in elementary school we had a saying that failure is not an option. Right? In other words, they were saying you can't fail. You won't fail. You have to succeed. But they didn't really go deep enough to have us understand and realize, yo, failure is the most important part. You have to fail first. You had to become familiar with failure, because you will fail. You have to fail your way to success. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the literal meaning of what I'm meaning by this topic. Failure is not an option. You will fail. What I mean is, if you think success is only based on wins, then you are sadly mistaken. I'm going to say that again. If you think that success is only based on wins, then you, my friend, are sadly mistaken. So let's roll into chapter 1. A lot has to go wrong before a lot can go right. Failure is the key element. The obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. You have to fail your way to success. Let me say that again. You have to fail your way to success. You need the failure. Because here's the thing. When you're in the mindset of I'm failing, but I'm growing, then you're on the right track. But if you're thinking I'm failing and I want to quit right now, then you're on the wrong train. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the first start point I got. The goal shouldn't be to win. The goal should be to learn. For winning is a byproduct of learning. I'm a 2-time reader, y'all. Let me say that again, because this is important shit. Listen. The goal shouldn't be to win. The goal should be to learn, for winning is a byproduct of learning. Winning is a byproduct of learning. Like I said earlier, failing your way to success. Yeah, they're right. Failure is not an option because it's a non-negotiable. It's guaranteed. You will fail. But the ones who succeed are the ones who keep going. And that's what we're about to chop it up about in chapter 2. We're about to chop it up about the well-known success pattern. Right? The well-known success pattern states that all who are successful have failed more than anyone else. They know the business of failing. They're very familiar with the business of failing. That's why they're successful. They never gave up. And that's why they can give such good advice too. Think of anybody, your favorite person, your favorite celebrity, anybody that you find is massively successful and you've been following their story. Listen to what they're saying. They give mad good advice because they've took all the losses that you could possibly imagine. And they can tell you how to get from this point to this point to this point. And when you get going from this point to this point, this might happen. And this is how you handle it when it happens. They failed their way to success. They made failure their friend. You have to make failure your friend. All whilst keeping an attitude of betterment, getting up every day, understanding, hey, look, today, yes, I failed today, but guess what else? I learned today too. I learned on top of failing. You see what I'm saying? Because the main thing is to learn. You will succeed no matter what, as long as you're learning. Learning is the game. Now, you can even substitute the word failing for learning. Learn your way to success. Because like I always say, if you can stand on 2 feet and you can think a straight thought, stand up on both of your feet and you can think a straight thought, you can learn anything. Therefore, you can be successful. You learn your way to success. It's not rocket science, really. It's pretty straightforward. But we make it complicated because we don't make failure our friend. We're scared to fail. It's a big gap between us and failure. You don't want to make the mistakes. You don't want to fuck it up. Look, here's my advice. Fuck it up bad. Fuck it up bad. Get lost. Get lost in your own fuck ups. As long as you still keep in your mind, I'm doing this to learn because I'm growing. I'm getting better by fucking this up. Don't just be fucking it up to fuck it up. You gotta be thinking, I'm learning. I keep coming back to home plate. I keep coming back to home base every time because I'm learning. And I'm implementing new shit and applying new shit. Therefore, whatever mistake I just made, I don't plan on making that mistake many more times. we're cracking the code to this shit so we can move it out the way and go on to the next thing. Progression, right? So let's roll into chapter 3. And I love this topic. I love it. Tap, 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 tap. Repetition. It's the name of the game. Repetition, man. Doing it over and over and over and over. Even if you're failing at it. Keeping and understanding that, hey, I'm learning and I'm gonna get this shit right. I guarantee it. You gotta have that belief. I'm gonna get it right. Something has to click. Something has to shake. We gonna keep tapping every day until we get this shit right. You have to understand that. You have to have that type of belief and intensity behind you, or you will give up. So the start point I got is, as long as you keep your goal and you continue to go at it like a fearless lunatic, like you know without an inch of doubt that you will win, then you'll be successful. You know I'm a 2-time reader, y'all. I had to let that one sit for a second because it's so beautifully written. Listen, as long as you keep your goal and you continue to go at it like a fearless lunatic, like you know without an inch of doubt that you will win, then you'll be successful. But the question is, are you going to keep tapping at it? The question is, are you down to make failure your friend? The question is, are you down to focus on what you're doing without comparing yourself to anybody and what they got going on? Focusing on you, your operation, what you doing, what you fucking up at. Not focusing on what they're doing good at. Because, listen, comparison to throw your whole shit off. You looking at them, they're doing something good that you trying to get right. And that's all you focus on. When in reality, you're doing something good that they trying to get right. You never know really what's going on. That's why comparison is the worst shit to even get involved in. To compare yourself to someone else. You have to be focused and zeroed in on your operation and your operation only. Another can help me and I can learn from them, but I'm never comparing myself and devaluing myself through comparing myself to someone. I'm not going to do that to myself. Because I have the control not to. I don't have to do that to myself. If I don't have to do that to myself, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to zero in on my operation. Everything that I'm doing right, everything that I'm doing wrong, making adjustments, tap, 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 fucking it up real bad, getting it right, tweaking it, polishing it, making it work. Because something has to catch. You have to have that type of belief. Man, it's your round Pat Wardolo checking out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every Sunday when these shows drop. And also, I'm rolling out more segments from the Unlimited Reset program. So be on the lookout for those and check them out. I've created a playlist so you can go over there and soak that up. Listen, tap, tap, tap. Repetition is important with that too. Listen to it over and over and over and over and over again so you understand how this shit works. It's your round, Pat Wardolo. Check it out. Peace.